Okay, it's raining slightly, but you can clearly see the sunlight coming out further south. I think we'll get lucky today. And what I read today, I guess a lot more news around the world where people are terrified of drones, huh? How about some of this stuff here? It says here in Trinidad, close call between drone and commercial flight. As it says here, the Trinidad and Tobago Civil Aviation Authority is issuing a stern warning to drone users not to fly their drones above 400 feet. The warning came via a statement which explained that there was an incident on December 8th where a commercial aircraft encountered a drone flying at 3,500 feet just south of the port of Spain. The flight was on its way to land at Piarco International Airport when it came within about 20 feet of the drone. The incident is being investigated by the TTPS, 3,500 feet in the air. I always wonder about these ones, if they were actually in fact a drone or people are just saying it. You know, all those stories where they ended up being nothing when they claimed it was a drone anyway. Sometimes even, for example, plastic bags, believe it or not. It says the TTCAA warns operating a drone near a manned aircraft is reckless and a very serious threat to the safety of the flight. And with that, they go into a little details about the things, for example, the restrictions where you shouldn't fly within certain categories within 5 kilometers from the boundary of an aerodrome, including the approach lighting system and any other manned aircraft operations. And at the same time, they tell you what the punishment could be anyways. It says the use of an unmanned aircraft system with the intent to disrupt or endanger civil aviation or any public or private property comes with a fine of $350,000 and imprisonment for 5 years. That's kind of interesting wording there too, I thought, saying with the intent to disrupt or endanger civil aviation. So what if it's just someone goofing around? They're probably not goofing around at 3,500 feet, I'm guessing anyways, but if it's just somebody flying in the quote controlled airspace there, do they consider that as just, okay, he's not trying to intentionally cause any disruption, they're just playing, for example? Would they still be fined potentially this much money? But either way, other parts in the world where everyone's going crazy over drones, huh? And yes, that theme continues. Like, oh, this one, it says US Air Force says drones still being spotted over bases in England. Unidentified drones are still being spotted over the United States Air Force bases in England on Wednesday, a USAF spokesperson said, confirming that a fourth base has also been targeted by the week-long airspace incursions. Since the first small unmanned aerial systems was first spotted on November 20th, the number of drones have fluctuated and there have been a range of different sizes and configurations, said the US Air Force's and Europe spokesperson. The drones have also been seen over RAF Fairford in Western England, the spokesperson said, adding to the sightings reported on Tuesday over 3 bases in Eastern England: RAF Lakenhead, RAF Mildenhall, and RAF Fatewell. The drones have to date not impacted the bases, which are leased by the USAF from Britain. Well, it's one of those situations people just want to know what the heck is going on, huh? And actually, with that in mind, here anyways, in terms of security, they're going to introduce things like facial recognition at the border. It says Canada Border Agency has launched facial recognition app to track migrants. Ottawa has launched a mobile app to track permanent residents, foreign nationals, and refugee claimants required to report to border agents while awaiting deportations on final decisions on their immigration status in Canada. The ReportIn app, which uses facial recognition technology and location data to confirm identity and the person's whereabouts, is meant to be an alternative to detention, allowing those subjects to immigration enforcement conditions to report to authorities without attending the Canada Border Service Agency office in person. While the app is intended to be a reporting tool, experts warn it has the potential to facilitate surveillance and removal. Oh, it kind of reminds me actually of that ArriveCan app when they mentioned this on whether or not it's actually functional for what they want to do, and at the same time, how much was it? It goes on to say the previous voice reporting system was decommissioned in March. Since the app was introduced November 13th, at least 40 people have enrolled in the program voluntarily. An individual's location will be shared with the CBSA when the individual submits a report, and if an individual fails to comply with their reporting condition, an investigation is open, said Rebecca Purdy, a spokesperson for the agency. ReportIn does not continuously track their movements through their phone as a means of ongoing surveillance. Well, they say that, but it makes me wonder too whether or not they could use this tech for other things as well. Would that actually make people concerned? But a lot of people are trying to requests for more surveillance and stuff on people in general too in various countries. Okay, let's see if the weather clears up too and how to actually go try to pick up some gifts and stuff like that for people. There is that thing here in Canada anyways where there's no tax on things like video games, so it's a good time to buy those for presents. All right, see you guys later.